All right. All right, let's see here. Don't think I need that. Just run it for now. All right. All right, let's get started. So the project that I'm working on right now is I just built some new window handling code for battles. The way I was doing it before turned out to be sort of less preferred than I would have liked. It was having a lot of trouble with timing, it was kind of sloppy, and so I built a new section. It really just hooks into the old section because the way it worked before is the actors were performing the opening and closing of windows and they would essentially wait on them, but the problem was that I didn't really have any fine control over the way that windows were working. So I went ahead and wrote this particular section. It's window queue. It actually works the same way that the actor queues do. It just responds to data differently. It basically tells it what windows to open, what windows to close, etc. However, it's not done yet, so that's what I'm going to be working on. Let's see. Where was I at? Oh yes, I just built window collapse. So we had under execute, window set queue, window action, that window opens up. At what point does it fucking collapse? Is it down here? I don't think so. Oh, let's find it. Scene battle user event. Ah, there we go. Okay, yes, now I remember where I was at. Alright, so first we're going to collapse all the windows. The part I was working on was ensuring that if there was no windows to collapse, it would skip them all in the same frame so that it wouldn't add an unnecessary delay to the program. That's what this was doing. Alright. So the idea is we have to take the data that we already have and decide how to infer from that the window action doesn't exist. In that case, it's going for close. Open will never have that problem, so we can work down here. So it has no timing that it's waiting for, and it's closed, so we simply say then action 2 or equals to battle window skip pass. There we go. So what that's going to do is in our next line it actually checks if it's telling it to pass, and it'll do it on the same frame. So in this case it's telling it to pass and move on to the next one. That'll have the knock-on effect of pushing all window execution forward one frame when closing windows. It should not be an issue. Let's see here. Alright, cool. So let's see what the program presently looks like. It's going to behave a little bit weird. This is already known. I have to work all the old code out and replace it with the new code, but the majority of it should work. So let's see here. I also have the music turned off right now. Let's see here. Okay, so we are now seeing the first effect, which is we have soft locked. That's not good. Question is, where are we soft locking at? Battle order, battle phase next, which is right here. Battle phase next. Phase equal battle phase next terms. Did I fuck this up? If weight is greater than 0, weight minus minus, otherwise event performed. So it should not be a problem with waiting. Instead, be a problem with event perform. It collapsed the windows properly, so that was correct. It, however, did not go to window queue add. Actually, it's never making it this far. We have round start, battle phase next. That is in setup. Phase equals battle phase next, and rate is equal to respond rate. If it had made it to next, it should at least run this log of saying who the next actor is. Since it did not, I'm going to suspect the problem is here, but we shall see. Weight is 0, and it stopped doing that.
Oh God, he's coming back! Get out of here!
Actually, weight should have been respond rate, so why? That tells me as the window queue is being defined, but by what? Windows queue set, window action, battle window close, battle window pass. Okay, so this is where we're stuck at. I can't say exactly why. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it is closing. But it's not opening. Which is what this line, close, close. The protection is here. It's supposed to stop. Okay, so this is the problem right here. It's never running this bit of code. So if the last selection in the window queue was a pass, it raises it up by 1. That was like that on purpose, however. I don't necessarily want to do it this way, but no, it's still needed. Need a solution. Need a solution. The easiest solution would be simply to go greater than or equal to, but I don't like it because of its lack of precision. Oh well. It's good enough for now. I have a running log of things that I need to fix, so I'm just going to go ahead and add that to the log down here. Let's see here. Window. Q bypasses final number by 1. That's fine. Alright. So now, see if it works. Well, I already know it's not going to... Well, no. That's even... It has soft locked again. Apparently that wasn't the issue. If window queue ID is greater than or equal to the length of the queue, then it should quit. Once it quits, it should go on to the next step. The fact that it's not... What does that indicate? It was after I put in this piece of code right here. If I remove it, I suspect everything's going to go back to working the way it was. Question is, why is that what's causing it? You can actually see where the coding that I actually... This coding's all working correctly here. It's that part in the middle that obviously looked wrong. That's not quite right. Why is that happening now? I mean, it's not getting caught in an infinite loop. It's just soft locking. Action 2 and Battle Pass. And continue with the queue. Which is correct. It's basically saying bypass the current queue, move on to the next one. I'm gonna put that back in, and then we will log it and see what comes up. log my two numbers and let's see what we get. Because that ain't right. Yes, they do. They, everything's meant to be as accurate as possible. In fact, it makes use of the respond rate now, which was another authentic feature, if you will. Okay, so my problem here is that these numbers are counting up. Holy shit. That's not good. Okay, I'm experiencing a very odd problem. I like the debug console. It gives you a lot of insight into where shit's jacked up. It has to do with the refresh rate of a CRT, but I like the comedy. I like the humor. Let's see here. All right. It means that it keeps adding to that queue, but it's not supposed to because it should skip that processing when the queue has tasks awaiting in it. It keeps going up by 1, but it's saying the array size is increasing too. By 1, which is really confusing. Alright, this is one of those. This is a moment where I gotta gather more data. So what I'm gonna look at this time is I'm actually gonna log the window queue itself, and we'll just see what data it contains. That way at least I can see what's being added to it. There's nothing in this block of code that adds to the queue, so it's somewhere else. Something else I did today was I put in the level up code and everything. Ooh, hey, look at that. Okay. So it is adding 105604 undefined, which is 0 is the timing, 4 is the event, 4 is pass. So that's not right. It's not right at all. Let me go back to the top of this data here. It's undefined, undefined. So that's correct. It's working correctly here. And then all of a sudden it does this. Why? And how? Oh! I see it! Okay. It's this line of code right here. So what's happening is window queue is being incremented, and so instead of being the present queue, like is what it's supposed to happen, it's moving up by 1 and therefore creating a new entry, causing it to proceed forever. That's not correct. So now I have to find a solution to this problem. So that's why my little workaround didn't work, is because it is where I thought it was, but it wasn't reflected in the same piece of code. Battle window pass. So it is this line of code right here, which is basically telling it, hey, skip me, move on. It does that by incrementing the window queue ID. Ooh, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. There's no easy solution here. I can bypass this workaround. Essentially what the workaround is for is it's to say if I have a bunch of windows it's requesting be closed, but they don't need to be closed, then it should just skip that and move on to the next processing. The problem is when it gets to the final processing, it's doing what I said just a minute ago. So how to maintain that and also fix this? Faction 2 and battle window pass window queue ID plus buttons. That is will solve nothing. That will solve absolutely nothing. What needs to be done is this. This is the solution. Alright, that should work. So all that I've done there is I'm just moving the processing to a more controlled location, so instead of always happening, it will only happen if that previous event didn't happen, which obviously is really, when you think about it, the most obvious solution. But it should work now. Alright, well, we're closer. It's soft locking at a different location. I believe I may have a reason for that, but I'm gonna have to look. So, we got to battle phase execute. So at execute, what did we do? What did we do? It didn't show the target window, so it's not making it that far. These are no longer needed, so we'll just comment those out. Oh, shit, this is still needed. Whoa, bring that back. Might be waiting on something else. Let me see here. Battle execute, wait for 12 ticks. Wait for 1. That is a self wait, not a screen wait. So down here at the bottom of my output, it says wait for 1, which is essentially telling it that it should be waiting on itself for a specific event. I don't have any evidence that that hasn't completed, but I'm gonna check, I guess, if you will. Next, execute. Let's see here. With any luck, I'll get this all patched up and then be able to finally finish up the battle system. So, I'm not getting a me and I'm not getting a we, so that means something is not coming to a close again, which I'm gonna guess is the window queue, even though that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we got to battle phase execute, which is down here. Battle phase execute, actor queue is equal to their animation intro. The animation intro, I believe in this case, is actually, let's check. It's calling for enemy imp, so enemy imp's intro looks a little bit like, did it say he attacked? Imp is next actor, test morale, he attacks. That's supposed to be a log B, log B, log B, okay. Says he attacks, which makes his action attack, his target, his animation intro is enemy intro is equal to, okay, battler wait, 1 second, div 4, effect flash, then wait 1. Battler wait effect. I don't think that's the problem. I'm going to guess that that's not the issue I'm currently being subjected to. Now it did show the actor window. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did before. Window queue ID++. I'm not looking for any of this, so I don't know why I'm staring at it. What I want to see here is log window QU. And let's see. It's hard to say what's causing this. Be very interesting. I'm gonna guess this is the window collapse event. So it's never making it anywhere, which is odd. Saying close, 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 and then open a window. It's exactly what it's supposed to be saying. But for some F-all reason, it is not doing it. So are we running into the same flipping issue that we had last time? I'm gonna guess that that's gonna be a yes. It's probably gonna be a flipping yes. Alright. It's saying proceed to the next window. If it is equal to, it's gonna move on down to here and do this. So I don't understand what the flub is das issue. What you get when you sort of retrofit code. So it got to 4. And then it just stopped for some reason. Oh, it was the open window. Oh no, okay, okay. I got this. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, I know what the issue is. I know what the issue is. Okay. $20 says that fixes it. The joys of setting up timing. They exist. Alright. Boom. Alright, now we can get back to fixing, or, well, I guess it's not fixing at this point, it's reintegrating. Alright, what do we got here? What do we got here? So, the problems that we were having, this can go away, because that's not being used anymore. None of this is being used anymore. And what we need is when it proceeds to the next actor, it should window collapse, but for some reason it does not seem to be doing it with the Is there something wrong in the code for that? I have a script for that, which is window collapse, which is under next. Outcome window, effect window, target window, hit window, actor window. Do the whatever wait that we said there, do the argument, do the undefined. That's sort of very interesting. Okay. Problem is the windows aren't collapsing in the right order. Well, they're not collapsing at all. As far as I can tell. As far as I can tell, the code is running. It's just not doing its intended purpose. It's only for close, and only if it's already closed. Alright, let's take a look. Should do a collapse function there, but it does not. It does not collapse, so we will log it as collapse, just to make sure this event is indeed being at least passed over in code. It's certainly waiting. Okay. You know what? I'm going to run this collapse code at the end, and we'll see what happens. That'll be my test, as it were. So that's under the resolve phase. We need to collapse all windows. Oh wait, no. Actually, yes. That is true, but I'm not going to do that there. I'm going to do this under window Q set, do that. So instead I believe Windows collapse is an add. Yes, it is. It's additive. Perfect. Let's give it a shot. Actually, it is collapsing. That's interesting. Okay, it is collapsing. Something else is the problem. I bet I have an idea of what it is, too. There's still some old window code that's in the actor event, and where would I find that at? Battler, target, screen. Let's have a look-see. That needs to be there. Oh, that needs to be there. This is under execute. Let's wait window as well. What about battler screen? Let's see what I get there. Find all. Okay, so here we go. That's under create, don't give a poo. Flash, don't give a poo. This is commented out, doesn't matter. Battler window outcome. This is no longer necessary. But it's not going to affect anything right now. You need to do that later, but for terminated. This isn't necessary anymore. Or is it? I think it is. Alright, god dang it. What was this one? This was Flash, so I don't care about that. Nice. Let's go to Create. Windows expand and Windows collapse. Yeah, it's not being used. What do we got here? What do we got? Come on, brain, help me out here. You can do this. It's collapsing, but it's collapsing out of order. Name comes down, that stuff comes out. Name disappears, then those collapse. So, the first step... You know what, this might actually fix it. It'll probably mean there's still a bug in there somewhere, but if I put this under the resolve step, it may actually fix my issues. There's still like some code floating around that shouldn't be there, but alright, so still out of order. Still not working. Why would name collapse before everything else? This proves that code works, because that's working properly. This is correct. That's supposed to happen. But what is causing name to collapse? Let me see here. It's under expand. That's not going to do anything. Alright. Where be my script at? That's not it. It's right here. Outcome window, effect window, target window, hit window, actor window. 10, 18, or 16, 24, 28, 30, 31. 31 is equal to 1F. That's what I have listed, so that's working. I'm gonna have to put in like some weird debug code to figure out why this is happening like this. Oh, you know what it is? Maybe. I may have... I bet it is. Okay. I bet it is. I still have some hard references in here. I've tried to get rid of them all for reasons like this, but I guarantee there's still some hard references in there. So, this is all under create. This is commented out. This is correct. Next up, actor window travel -1. I bet this is... Maybe. Actually, I take that back. I'm not 100% sure that'll be... Yeah, actually, that'll probably fix it. That'll probably fix it. Q input. That's all correct. That's correct. Let's see. If this looks like fun, you know it. It's the top of my excitement here. All right. And try one more for good measure. Attack terminated. Windows full. Ah, god darn it. The enemy didn't get a chance to attack. I didn't get to see crap. Probably won't get to again. All of it looks good so far. Yes! Yes! Perfect! That's what's supposed to happen! Haha! Okay. Let's find any other hard references. And get rid of them as well. Don't care about that. Q's fine. That's all good. Excellent. That was the offending line right there. That looks good. The next step is going to... Not exactly, believe it or not. A lot of the draw calls are actually cached. Oh wait, I know what you're looking at. Never mind. Fine, you win this round. It's probably actually the shader switching, but yes, you're right. You are quite observant, sir. Alright. Okay, so the next portion is under the actions here. Hits. So what we do here is window Q set. And I'm going to do add. Window action. Outcome window. Respond rate. Action will be battle window open. And last but not least, the text is of course slain. Okay, same bit of business down here, so we'll use the good old copy paste. Terminated. Comment that out. No longer do that. Wait effect. Don't care about that, so wait there. Don't wait there. So I'm actually not using cameras at all. The way that my render is set up is absurd. Typically, I don't usually use the in-game draw pipeline at all, which is probably dumb. I personally don't like the new cameras and the view system, but I never really liked views in 1.4 anyways, so it's kind of a case of, I think that if you're used to it, it's not too bad, but if you're like me and you don't like using it to begin with, then there's nothing that's going to change your mind. The way it works, and kind of the reason you see some of these draw calls, is because... Oh, shit. Battle or ally outcome window not set. Are you sure about that? Outcome window. Window action. Window queue. Oh! Okay. There we go. The debugger in 2.0 is a pain in the ass because it doesn't always give the right information, but in this case it was correct. Alright. Hopefully this will complete. That's correct. That's not correct. Legal access of argument. Argument is not provided to script. I believe you might be lying. Oh, shit. God damn it. I am stupid. What am I even doing here? Not doing things correctly. Yeah, so the way the pipeline works for the rendering here is that, and I understand this will make you cringe a little bit, but it does go to show how much better GM2 is at handling draw calls, is the entire map is drawn to the application surface, and then during the post-draw step, I perform a lot of individual rendering and back buffer stuff. So, indeed there is. I mean, I could type back and we'd get, you know, faster response, but you'll just have to trust that I am paying attention to you at the same time I code poorly. So, that's important. But thank you for the enthusiasm. Wait, whoa, I didn't even fix that. What am I doing? Okay. It was down here. Queue, scene, add. No, that doesn't take a second. Did I do the second one wrong? I strongly disagree. Alright, most of my code is unfit for human consumption. Now, to be fair, I work for the government, and I too have seen worse coders, but nope, worst. Let's see here. Okay. It's saying that it was not provided to script. Whoa, what? Okay. I've deleted a line that shouldn't be deleted. That is what has happened here. Oh, shit. Okay. Yes, please. Okay. Sometimes I do, sometimes I do not. I guess we all have our own coding style. Okay, there we go. Please close gracefully. Perfect. Everything is now functioning correctly. As I had said earlier... I'm using GameMaker for a reason. I like how it doesn't seem to give much of a crap. Thank you for watching, and alright. Cool, alright. That code is working. I believe that's everything is now hooked up to the new window handling code, so that's good. Okay, cool. I can move on to another task. That's fun. Alright. Nice. That actually was less painful than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so to-do list. Let's see here. Morale calculation for enemies was corrected. So just put a bunch of exclamation points around that to ensure that I ignore it. Let's see here. Ooh, level up it. Oh, no, that's done. I'm glad to hear it. Battle phase input, battle flow. I used to do a little bit of C, but I'm allergic to success, so I've chosen to code in an obscure language. I used to like to use Ruby as well. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's all good. I guess what I'm gonna work on next is the implementation of additional magic effects. Hopefully that will be hopefully that'll be simple. It probably won't be. Okay. So, over here in my macros list, I have a list of all of the effects that need to go in. I'm just gonna copy paste all of these in here. And move on from there. Hello, welcome. I'm not sure what you mean by the particles, however. Sure, anybody who watches my stream will learn everything that they shouldn't do. I'm good at demonstrating that. Come on. My tab game is weak. Okay, these are actually all relatively easy effects. It'll actually be hopefully fairly simple to do this. All right. Do I want to do it that way, or do I want to do it another way? Ooh, bring on the laziness. Let's do it the lazy way. Okay. Okay, if hit multiplier is helpful, then hit multiplier is increased, so that is simply actor. I'm gonna have to write a new script real quick. How was I doing that before? Was I not? Do I have another damn direct reference? No. I remember how I did this. Okay. 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 Yeah. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So the effect is helpful, then battler, or not battler, geez, target. Multiplier is plus equal to 1. I believe that's correct. I'm gonna have to consult the document to ensure that that is correct. I believe the original game had it clamped between 1 and 2, but all right. minus equal to 1. Oh, it's not so bad. It's all a logic puzzle is really all it is. Okay, there we go. So the hit multiplier effect should function now. I'm not going to test it, so I'm sure it'll crash later on, but let's keep it moving. In this case, target morale minus equal to 40. Oh, plus equal to 40. Yeah, don't do it that way. So basically all I'm doing now is coding in some magic effects that I neglected to do earlier. But once this is done, the entirety of the magic system will be in there, so I'm going to skip status because that one's complicated. I'll be providing the hopelessly optimistic outlook on programming, and Jenko will be providing the more realistic outlook on it. I've technically been doing this for 19 years now, so to me it's very simple. I'm not a horribly proficient programmer by any means, but I can handle it. Let's see here.
When it seemed things couldn't get any worse, we got the plague. The living death, quickly closing its fist over the entire planet.
I'm gonna have to look this stuff up. Where's my guide?
Rumors that the last scientists were working on a cure that would end the plague and restore the world. Restore it? Why?
So here's a guide that will end up in the credits for my game. Made by one Astral Esper, and it pretty well covers in depth all of the equations and stuff that the game uses. There was a lot of hearsay about how the game worked, but after the bits were released and people started really digging into it, and I was very happy to find this guide because it's very accurate for one, but mostly just doing what it says, which takes out most of the thinking. So, that's good. Let's see here. Okay. I remember now. Stay up there, please. Alright, so it's always effectivity. I'm just being silly on that one. So this is effectivity. Let's see what two. F, perfect. Plus F minus F. Attack will be the same way. So I need to double check my variable. I believe it's attack. I believe it's attack. F, F. That's not how element is going to work, so that doesn't make any sense. Don't do that. Morale is clamped at 0 and FF. Attack will be... God dang it, okay. Hit multiplier, morale. Clamped at 0, 0. I have actually... Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the sentiment. I don't always produce content, but when I do, hopefully it's semi-worthwhile. Yeah, Pac-Man was a very interesting game in a lot of ways. It's kind of fun to dig into these old games because they had a lot more restrictions on how they could work, and so there was a lot of really clever tricks that the programmers used, and doing stuff like this really makes you appreciate kind of what went into making them. Or the bugs, because Final Fantasy is full of bugs. Alright. Perfect. That's done. Now this is actually a perfect example of why I didn't code any of these effects in earlier, is because I'm not going to test any of these, because they should work. Let's see here. What was the last one? Accuracy. There we go. Boom. Elements will be slightly different. Okay. Ugh. It's not code back there. It's just a beverage to keep me going here. Alright. Skill effect status. This should be easy, but it's going to be slightly different. If help. It's going to be the same as the other one. But I don't think I have a script written out to handle this. Okay. It already checks for success, or do I need to check for success? Shoot. So that should be an always anyways. So just add if not success. Here's my tip for coding. I learned to code on HyperCard and HyperTalk back on a Macintosh LC a long time ago. And the fun part about coding with HyperTalk, it's too bad it's not around anymore, was that the code was always very legible. It was, oh, sorry, I missed your comment, Jenko. I'm not going to code the magic particle or effect particles in yet, and yeah, I'm not going to. I'll get to that. Probably not today because I don't want to. The current effect system I want to do an overhaul on, and I'm just not going to do that right now. Let's see here. If not success, break. Anyways, it coded in such a way that it was very natural to see what each line of code did, so I try to code in that way, so looking at it, it's fairly obvious what the hell it is that it does. In this case, if success is not true, then stop doing what you're doing. Accuracy. Okay, perfect. Okay, status effects. It's pretty simple. If you succeed and it's a help, add the effect, otherwise not. So let's do it this way. Target status effect or equals to F. That's going to be harder to code, so I'm not going to do that just yet. If not success, break. If help. The if help is because I was lazy. It should technically say if helpful, which is basically just an indicator saying that the spell that was cast was helpful rather than harmful. Let's see here. Target status effect or equal to F. That's correct. This is not correct. This is supposed to be element. Weakness? If helpful, it's not weakness, it's resistance. Come to think of it. Yes, there is. There is an effect like that. So if you play wall, it's supposed to protect against... Oh, yeah. Yes. I remember now. Okay. Yes. If it is harmful, then add that status. If it is helpful, remove that status. So what we need to do is mask out any status effects the player doesn't currently have, and then XOR out the bits that they do. So, var status is equal to target status effect and F and target status effect. Target status effect is or equal to status. I'm telling you something wrong here. There we go. That's a simple masking operation. I say simple. If you haven't read Mike Daly's tech blog on using bit operators and bit math, I strongly recommend it. I can't promise that means that you'll know what the heck it's saying. I'm just saying it's worth reading. Let's see here. No. Resistance. So basically, if it's harmful, it strips resistance. I don't care. Whatever, that's close enough. Alright, status equal to F and target resistances. Mask out any resistances they have that matches that given resistance. Otherwise, add that resistance to them. If they have a status. If they don't have the status, add that status for harmful. And if they do have that status, remove it for helpful. Perfect. Nice. Alright. Magic effects are in. Need to test them at some point. Really, the benefit of learning the whole bit thing, it's funny because Mike addressed it in the article, but he said that essentially nowadays you can kind of brute force your way through a lot of tasks. But the thing is learning how to handle the bits actually makes it a lot easier, and I'm sure you'll agree. There's just some effects that are way easier to do with various bit representations as opposed to doing it another way. Like over here I have a popular pop count function, which basically counts all the set bits in the number, and it's used to decide which one is going to be the last function in that set. And that would just be really... It would take a lot more cycles to do that otherwise. And while I could probably brute force my way through it, I'm a nerd at heart, what can I say? Let's see here. Also, welcome to the channel, Signal from the Rim. He's our parent company. Alright. Okay, that's the skill effects. I was moving on to the next task. Finished. Test these at some point. There we go. Next on the list, that was battle. That's magic. I need to code in item implementations. Oh, actually, I'm going to fix the magic window. That's what I'm going to do. Right now it will run on a modern Core i5 that's running on the integrated GPU, the Intel processor. It works alright. Believe it or not, we'll see if it'll work on this stream and I'll do it. But, spacebar? There we go. Yeah, actually it's working right now. Perfect. So I must have optimized a little bit. If I have too much running, I can actually get it so that it can't run properly, but generally speaking, that's with all the streaming going, Photoshop running, Lightworks running, GM2 running, the application running, web browser running, whatever else I happen to have running. So you kind of got to tax a little bit. It's actually a pretty good engine. Let's see here. My goal was to make sure it works on a Surface tablet, alright? I can't make it work on a Game Boy. What was I doing? I was going to work on the magic menu. That's what I was doing. Okay. Even my oldest computer I have right now is still a Core i7. It's just like a Core i7 like 2300 or something like that. It's an old mobile processor, but it might be worth trying it out on some of that hardware. And I'll tell you what, if you're interested at some time, just send me a message in the Game Maker forums, and I will send you a copy, and we'll see how it runs on that older hardware. It's always worth testing. Okay, so everything is working now. I'm gonna work on the magic menu, I promise. Press spacebar. Okay, so yeah, the magic menu is broken for reasons that I don't understand, and I'm now gonna look into. Battle. Oh. You'd think, but I make no promises. Menu. That's not what I'm looking for. Battle menu. Okay, so I like to think of it as Final Fantasy Demastered. All right. Oh, it is mod 2, so it's working exactly as it's been coded to. Literally no surprise there. Alright, cool. There we go. Menu fixed. Kind of. Still gotta implement the other stuff. Let's take a look at a screenshot. By screenshot, I mean a full motion video file. Get that out real quick. There we go. Okay, go back. Go back. Too far. Darn it, too far again. Okay. So, it has the magic in the middle, the levels on the left side, the number of charges on the right side. Why does my magic menu look smaller? Oh, let's run that. Create page to 0. Uh, 3 times 4 is going to be 12. Times page. Go. 8 times 3 is 24, so that's correct. That should work. So 12 plus 12 times page. Alright. Sometimes I do stuff really lazy. I'm sorry. It's just the way I do it. Okay, so go. Draw text. Fine. So, here's a, if row is equal to 0, draw text, oh, nope, string print. Gone to string print to make things easy. 2 plus row times 2. Text will be L plus 1. Nothing else matters. There's that. Then I strongly encourage you to go to bed and have a great evening. And thanks for watching. Here. Change this to string print because it's faster. Six plus okay. String print 6 plus size. Okay, I'm just gonna try it. It's not gonna work, but I'm gonna. Yeah, that might work. Let's see here. Oh, you piece of pump butt. What did it crash on? Oh, come on. You're just being dumb now. What do you mean size wasn't provided? Oh, size wasn't provided. You are correct, sir. Size. This is going to be size. Okay. Um, I plus 12 times page. That's going to be the goal here. So to always print 12. Actually, why is it doing that? On further examination, there's another issue in here going on. So it's stopping processing for some reason, and it shouldn't be. Okay. Oh, it's not stopping execution, but it's still not working correctly. That is the point. Now wait. Sure. Sure, why not? What, is starting at 1 or something? Let's just see what's happening behind the scenes here so I can... So it is counting up all the rows. Zero, 0, 0, 0. Why the hell then? Zero, 0, 0. 2 plus row times 2. Call is equal to I mod 3, row equals I div 3, index is equal to I plus 12 times page. This is all showing up correctly. Zero, 1, 2, 3. Why? Then why? Why? Why even though? What the heck is it doing? Two plus row times 2. 2 plus 0. 2. has to be a math issue or something. It doesn't make any sense. Alright, so what is it pointing out? 2468. That is correct. 2468. I do not see the reason why it is not drawing on screen. Color gets set there. Or does it not? No. Color's being set right there. That is true. That is true. Maybe it is. Doesn't explain why the other shit's happening, but problematic indeed. Yeah, okay, so it was a coloring issue. There we go. Okay, this is a beat. Can rock the code too. All right. Where does it set cursor position? So for magic, it does it up here, or at least it should. Not seeing it. Oh, it is. Okay. And so it was, yes. And so it was. Alright. Attempt number 2, I guess. If open is equal to true, scene cursor X is equal to 2 plus column width time call. No. Oh. Times size 2 plus has to do the time size or it won't do shit. Sure I do, thank you computer. Okay, that's not right. Let's try. Actually, come to think of it, column width is equal to tile width is the number of tiles in size it is. Tile width divided by 6 div 3. I don't have a plus size in there. I don't know what that's doing. This is column width. It's just being used for all these calculations. Sometimes it seems like things are going to be super easy because they should be, but then I have seemed to have botched it in some sort of profound way. So if you press right and it's equal to 2, okay. That ain't doing right. That ain't a doing right. Why is that even doing that like that in the first place? That's the reason why. No surprise there. Okay. Fat fingers, let's try again. Okay. Something wrong here. Something wrong. What that something is, I'm not entirely certain. Let's go about fixing it. So, unless I'm completely mistaken, my code is correct for this. If position mod 3, what is mod 3? Mod 3 is a column, so that is correct. If when mod 3'd it is 2, then cursor position is minus equal to 2. Yes. Otherwise, plus equal to 1. If left is pressed, is equal to 0 plus 2, otherwise minus 1. Clever. Now, the real question is, where are the up and down inputs? I'm supposed to make next 3, I guess. Okay, that's working. That's... who knows if that's working? It is unknown. It is not presently known what the error specifically in that is. Wait a minute. I bet that's the problem. Even if size is low, it's still enough. There we go. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Now let's figure out why the magic isn't showing up, and then we'll be good to go. Oh, I did the same thing here, didn't I? Yes, I did. I'll fix that in a second. Actually, that's all jacked up. In fact, all of that's jacked up. All of this is super jacked up. Okay. Here we go. 6 plus call width. That's all that's required there. And row times 2. That is all that's required there. Now let's see what it looks like. I don't even know what that number was, but I bet it was large. Especially when you're working with a 256 resolution. Okay. That's better, but still not right. This is 2 plus row times 2, and voila. There we go, boom! Woo! Okay. Cursor forward 1. All of this needs to go back 1. Take a short break here to look at a question. Oh no! Trouble has occurred. I've mistaked for the last time. Alright. Okay. Sorry, I get distracted sometimes. Okay, cursor's in the right spot. This is all working correctly. The only thing that's not working is I need to make this number a 5. And that should be it. There we go. Boom. Shamalama ding dong. Wait, no, that's still not going to work. Alright. Let's bring up my sweet sample video again. Somehow I feel like there's more room on that. Oh, it's because I'm using 5. And they didn't waste that space. They only wasted that space. Alright. I see what it is. This needs to be 2. This needs to be should open up enough space, but we'll see. See, but I think in his, he had 2 available. I have to double check, but I think that is the case. I do have room at the end for a 1. Let's fix some of these names real quick. Into battle we go. Yeah, see, there's not going to be enough room at the end there for that. What I technically could do is push this back another space, which might be what I do. Sometimes you gotta work with what you got, not what you want. Should be it. That should work. Alright, that will leave enough room at the end for the charges, which are currently coded in as 0, but let's do it anyways. Create, what are we doing? How do we select connector? I believe it's scene selected. All right. That's a good point. I don't think I did that. My script window here. Battle. Battlers. Battlers leaders. Load. Alright. The way the battlers are loaded, I don't think it loads in the actual charges because of reasons. The question is, how do I want that to be reflected here? Is equal to party get attribute battlers selected base character magic charges. Oops. Nope, charges. string print 1, 2 plus row times 2 string charges. And size. The only problem here is it's width minus 2. And hopefully that works. And probably selected. Oh, scene select. Ah, come on. Scene battle. Okay, I'm gonna do this slightly differently because otherwise I don't like how messy it is. This will be the same, but instead it would be charges. Begin step. Charges is equal to. Okay. A little cleaner implementation. A little, it's important. Well, that was fast. The heck did I do? It wasn't that. Probably. Okay. This is one of those confusing ones, huh? I put scene in there. Yeah. Okay. The way to fix that would be to cache false. Instead, when we open up Magic, which is probably the way it should have been done in the first place, honestly. Oh, apparently it was at some point. I think, sir, that you are lying. The magic window has nothing literally done to it ever, so let's cancel that out because it shouldn't be used anymore. Nothing. Alright. So it shouldn't be caching data, so it shouldn't be hitting this shit to begin with. So why are you being the naughty? Talk about self-sabotage. Alright. Hey, set that variable like 16 or 17 times. Fine. No way that could cause any problems. Alright, that's it. I'm not sure where it sets commands, but we will go ahead and set it here. We'll see. Come on! Why?
Why? Why? Actually, I know why. I'm stupid. Okay.
Where did I set this in the first place? That's what's kind of bothering me. Obviously, I'm setting this somewhere. Where did that change? Like, what did I change that screwed that up? I don't see it. I'm not really sure how that ever worked to begin with, I guess. I think it's because the length of the array was 0. That's gotta be why. Okay, so this is garbage. Okay. Now my stuff isn't drawing, but it's okay. We're closer than we were. String 3 plus Call is in pixels, tile width is in tiles. Let that be my issue. And there we go. Perfect. We have now completed most of the stuff. Most of the stuff. Alright. Let's see here. See, I really kind of need to...
I mean, this shouldn't be here anyways.
So it's like sloppy implementation. There's so much of this code I really will need to redo at some frickin' point. Oh, do I just go ahead and rewrite the code now? Is that what I do? I feel like I should. Alright, well I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna do it all off camera, so thanks for watching.